And hello again, everybody. I am WJHG News Channel 7 Sports Director Scott Rossman, along with Adrian Andrews, anchor and reporter. Adrian, how are you?
I'm doing good, bud. How you doing?
Good. Adrian, tonight on 7 Plus Sports Talk, presented by Bill Bird Kia, our subject is the new head football coach of the Bozeman Bucks, the first-year head coach, Sean Maddox, who hails from Mosley High School.
Good deal. Yeah, Scott. I mean, like I said, we've been talking a lot about him. The community has been, talking about him and trying to just really see how he molds in with his new players, his new team. I mean, I think everybody's kind of welcome him on board. What you think?
The excitement level is very high around Bozeman. Maddox, a 2016 Mosley graduate who was a star football player for the Dolphins, then went on to play in the Sun Belt Conference, playing with the Troy Trojans. So he played college ball, then returned to the Panhandle to coach at his alma mater, where he spent 5 seasons as the offensive line coach and got great tutelage from Tommy Joe Whitten, one of the better coaches in the region, no doubt about that, helping the Dolphins and Coach Whitten putting up a 41-16 record over those 5 seasons, Adrian.
Good deal. Yeah, Scott, I mean, it's a lot, that can go with that. So we're going to look at a little bit of that Bozeman Spring footage there. Let's see what we can do right here.
Yeah, well, the important thing is he got in early enough. I believe it was March when he was announced as the Bozeman head coach. So he was able to guide the Bucks through spring, which allowed him to really get to know what he had in terms of the offensive line, defensive line, his skill position players, quarterback, running backs, all that. And then, of course, get to know his staff very well that he's put together, and some of the coaches returning as well. So good familiarity with the players.
Yeah, we're looking at right here, what we're seeing on your screen here is just a little bit of that practice film. I mean, it looks like the guys are definitely getting in shape there. Nice size running back right there. Right? What you think, Scott?
Yeah, hard to judge when they're, for the most part, non-contact there. But it was, again, important for him to go through spring. He said he had more than 40 players working with him and his staff. And he told us at that point he was looking for kids who love football, who eat and breathe football and really love the game. And I was able to chat with Coach Maddox recently to talk about all of this, the transition into the job and moving from spring into summer workouts. And he began by talking about just that.
We hit the ground running during spring football, got a lot of our base concepts and stuff in. Overall, just rallying the school, rallying our kids was the most important thing. And I feel like myself and our coaching staff did a really, really good job at that. Transitioning now into the summertime, we've had roughly around 45 to 50 guys on a daily basis show up for our high school stuff. And really, they're doing everything that I'm asking them to do. They're following our 3 core principles, and just overall, very, very excited for July 27th to get here so we can hit the ground running and get going.
Hard to believe July 27th is right around the corner, Adrian. The coach even telling me at some point he felt like the summer has flown by, and a very important time for a high school football team these summer weeks.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, like I said, you said it. Time's flying. I mean, we're going to be here before the fall, before you know it. But it's a really good thing to see that these kids are really, meshing well with him,
buying in,
and working out with him. And so, especially on this hot sun. So definitely kudos for him and the team.
My next question with Coach Maddox, we asked him specifically what he hoped or is hoping to accomplish in these 8 weeks of June and July.
Our whole month of June is simply just all about, hey, how great of shape can we get in, especially just taking advantage of that time. We'll spend a lot more time doing 7-on-7 work, and overall just how strong can we get and how fast and how physical and all this kind of stuff. But overall, just our endurance matters, is going to matter the most. Coming from where I came from, having a large amounts of kids, a lot larger school, Bozeman's a much smaller school, and we're going to have a lot of guys playing both ways and making sure that we're better preparing them to set themselves up for success.
Yeah, big difference in the numbers, the size, and the physicality between a Mosley roster and a Bozeman roster. So you've got to make sure everybody's in tip-top shape, because most of your best athletes in these 1A, 2A, or in Bozeman's case, they're going to play as a part of the 57 team independent league. That's a new thing under the FHSAA. But your best athletes many times have to play both ways, Adrian.
Yeah, no doubt. He's looking forward to that first year. I mean, at the helm. I mean, this program, I mean, it did a lot of things. It's showing some speed. I mean, come July 27th, I mean, the fall's practice begins and certainly looking pretty good for him. So obviously he's talking about that class size and what's the difference is in playing those different competitions. So he's going to have some tough road ahead, especially with that schedule for Bozeman, but and the rest of the squad. So it's going to be looking pretty tough for him, though.
The coach says he's relatively happy with the numbers turning out, and more than that, the attitude of the young men who are part of his first year there at Bozeman. He feels like that is every bit as important, the attitude, as the physical side of things.
They love football, and that's one thing that's been really, really easy for me is I really, really genuinely, it doesn't feel like a job at times because you're out there and like I said, I live and breathe football, and when you get like minds together, it's just really, really lots of fun. And then sadly, I kind of feel like a kid a little bit back out there just because you are able to get involved more with them and have fun and overall just create a really, really good environment and experience for those kids.
And again, a little video of the Bozeman Bucks at spring there. To say the least, the summer seems to have flown by, as we said before, and Coach Maddox believes it has. No doubt he's looking forward to his first year as a head coach with the Bucks or any program for that matter. Any program has to do with the, I should say, the speed of the summer has a lot to do with being a first-year head coach and looking forward to the start of official fall practice.
Yeah, and it brings, and you brought up this next point here about expectations for him. I mean, moving into the fall. I mean, I'm curious to see what Coach has to say about that. I mean, because I know a lot of us riding on a pretty good program, and then, you know, looks at the history of Bozeman. So he's got a lot to live up for. I mean, with the community and stuff is definitely rallying behind him, but definitely the expectations got to be high for him, right?
Well, and he no doubt has set high expectations for himself and thus the program. But as we mentioned, the 27th, Monday, is the first day of fall practice, and it's safe to say Coach Maddox, again, first-year head coach, is certainly looking forward to that.
I think everyone's kind of ready for football season. I don't know if everyone's ready for school. So everyone feels like this summer just completely flew by. And, you know, when you're having fun, time does fly. So I'm excited for July 27th. I feel like our coaches and our players are. And August 14th, we kick off the ball, again, the kickoff classic against Freeport. That'll be here in town at Bozeman. We're actually doing a fundraiser, a fish fry fundraiser for anyone who wants to partake in that. We're selling tickets for that, but hopefully have a big crowd for these players and these guys. They deserve it.
And I know it's been a hot summer so far, and come the 27th, don't expect things to get much cooler. We are in that pattern where you might get a morning or an afternoon thunderstorm, kind of cools everything off for a little while, and then the humidity really kicks in. So, but a lot of the coaches, and I think Coach Maddox will be included in this group, try and get his team on the field as early in the day as possible, and then and as late in the afternoon as possible, and even doing some practice under the lights as they start fall practice, Adrian.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's all a part of it. I mean, getting out in the summer, putting together the things. Now, Coach talked about a little bit of those good numbers in terms of who he has and just the amount of people that he has out there. But look, again, we're all talking about expectations. How does this plan on to it, and how does the new things happen with this program? So, talking about that, here's Coach.
Expectations, obviously, I got on campus in March and was obviously I was their fourth or fifth coach in 4 years, been a ton of turnover. But again, that's in the past, and we can only try to convince and relay the message that, hey, we have to focus on, because these games are coming whether or not we want them or not. And August 14th will be here before we know it. So in the springtime, it was just all about, hey, getting guys to fall in love with football, getting guys to fall in love with the work, the time that gets invested into it. And overall, like, you're never going to get everybody, but if you get the right guys on board, your leaders and everything, it makes your job a whole lot simpler. And so overall, we've had a bunch of guys step up, in my opinion, and just really, really take the team and progressing us through the summertime. And overall, just super, super excited, kind of where we were when we started to where we are now.
And the coach mentioned the relatively good numbers in terms of kids who are out for his program, 40 to 45, and that as Bozeman gets set to play again in the FHSAA's newly instituted independent league. It will have its own set of playoffs just within those 57 teams. So not a class per se, but you're probably going to have Bozeman, which was 2A. It's been 1A before, but 2A numbers playing against teams that are 3A or 4A, 5A, other area schools. Graceville and Weewahitchka, they would be 1A programs, but then you get into some much bigger schools, and even the Football Factory, IMG, is part of that. So there's difficulty down the road should they make the playoffs, but I'm sure Coach Maddox isn't looking that far. For now, though, it's all about trying to get all the best athletes at Bozeman out for football. And we asked him if he and his coaches have had to be working the hallways, beating the bushes, so to speak, to get all those good athletes to come out.
No matter the school that you're at, you should be doing that. That is something that I feel like, football coaches definitely don't need to take that for granted. You got to get out in your hallways. You got to be active. You got to be a very, very well-known face on your campus. Because at the end of the day, all you're trying to do is I'm trying to get guys attracted to my program and people that just genuinely just want to be around myself, but also want to be around our players and our culture. So recruiting your hallways is very, very important. No matter if they're a contributor or not, like getting people involved in football can really, really change lives.
And I think that's a fair saying. Football can change lives. Really, organized athletics on the high school level can absolutely change lives and be a very positive force. Don't you think so?
I think so. I mean, it's obviously we got a lot of fans, boosters, and even the players. I mean, you have to win over. You have to definitely try to bring them in and rope them in. But I mean, this is his first crack at being head coach, Scott. So with all that responsibility and pressure, we're talking about it. Just what. Can he handle it? That's the biggest question.
Well, we asked the coach if he feels the need to impress right out of the gate to prove to fans, boosters, and even the players, as you said, that he belongs where he is. Would that perhaps take some of the pressure off in year one?
I mean, I kind of follow the line of pressure is a privilege. You really, really I've lived my whole life and I've programs in my whole life where you've got to set yourself to a high standard. No matter whether you fall short or you exceed those expectations, you have to keep the bar high. And that's something that we're really, really focused on, just winning the day, getting day by day, and just overall just really, really, really getting our kids on board for July 27th is going to be something that we're really, really excited about.
He certainly sounds like a head ball coach, doesn't he, Adrian?
He really does.
Keep the bar high, winning the day by day, and proving to those players that he belongs and their faith in him is justified. So certainly talking the talk, so to speak.
That's right. I mean, Coach Maddox, he's going to set to lead this Bucks into this new 26 football season. So, again, as one of those 57 teams, like you said, Scott, in that new league. Now, the schedule – it consists of some pretty tough competition, Scott. Against Bluntstown, Sneads, Holmes, Rutherford, NBH and Desson, among others. It's pretty tough for the coach. Again, that schedule, it's no joke.
Right. And again, not playing within a district, so they'll have their own set of playoffs, but he will consistently play local teams or teams in our area that would more ordinarily be on Bozeman's schedule. So that's not going to change all that drastically. And again, just a few days away from the start of fall practice on the 27th. So the first-year coach has to be feeling that adrenaline building, and he's ready for that and whatever else this season brings.
This is all brand new to me, and that's something that I don't shy away from. I tell my kids all the time, hey, a lot of this is new for you guys. It's new for me too. Just getting them to feel like they're on the same level playing field, the same ground. And I told them every single day that in our program at Bozeman, I'm going to be the one that makes the most amount of mistakes. But also what comes that is being the most accountable person in our program. And you got to lead from the front, and that's how you kind of gravitate people to your program, and ultimately your players end up playing really, really hard for you. And this upcoming season, like I said, we have really, really high expectations for ourselves. Our players have high expectations for themselves. But overall, man, we get to play football in just about a month, and to me, that's very, very exciting for our community up there and for our players. I know everyone is very excited.
And now less than a month away from their kickoff classic on the 14th against Freeport. So the season will be here before you know it, Adrian.
I mean, I can't wait. I mean, we got Friday night overtime for those who don't know. I mean, Scott is here.
And we look forward to working with Coach Maddox as he guides the Bozeman Bucks into his first season as a head coach, and really looking forward to the start of the 2026 high school football season. That's going to do it for this edition of 7 Plus Sports Talk, presented by Bill Bird Kia. For Adrian, I'm Scott. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later.